We've seen this movie before. You see, when Hitler was allowed to take Yugoslavia, they said, let's appease him, let him have Yugoslavia, thinking that it will end there. And before you knew it, he was almost trying to get across. He was sending bombers across the pond to bomb London. This is what people understand. You see, the people you're dealing with, they're not JJC. They didn't come from Africa yesterday to America or to UK. They've been in this. They lived this with Hitler. They understand history. They understand what maniacs are made of. Putin is a maniac. By any other clothing, by any other means, he's a maniac. And maniacs has to be put down. He's a wild dog. You're not going to talk, you're not going to talk sense into him. If anybody wants to go back, go and look at his speech. And I think it was in Munich in 2005, where he said the greatest disaster in the 20th century was the dissolution of USSR. And that was, I mean, Putin was friends with everybody. Everybody. All these European leaders, they were all friends back then until that speech. And everybody understood that what this guy wants to do is to put USSR back together. And that is why the Europeans are giving weapons, because they understand when he takes over Ukraine, he's going to want more. It's never enough. That is why they, not just because it's the right thing to do, but because they have a very clear understanding. People like this will never stop until you put them down. So that's why Europe have to support and continue to support Ukraine, because it's not going to end at Ukraine's border. It's going to, very soon, it's going to be talking about he wants to take Poland. So there is a dimension that Trump brings into all of these things. He has forced the hands of the European leaders to increase the percentage of their GDP that they spend on their own defense. And they will have to defend themselves. If Putin says that if you think that there will be no Russia, at least I understand what that means. The only way there won't be a Russia is let him release all 4,000 or 6,000 nuclear weapons that he has. America release the entire 4,000, and then there won't be anything else left. The entire war will be over. So if anybody wants to play this game, you cannot shakara anybody. Nobody is afraid of Putin. Yeah, Russia is a big country with a lot of mineral resources, but the Europeans, yeah, they might, America might be far away, but the reality is this: when it happens, if it happens, and Russia is fighting with the Europeans, it will affect you in America. It will affect you in Africa. Look at how the price of grain has gone up all over the world, because Ukraine they cannot produce and supply what they've been producing and supplying for years. And this thing did not start yesterday. So those who don't understand the history behind this thing, go online, go and look at the videos. You will see this is why these people have to fight, and you have to put a mad dog like Putin down.